All right, moving on to Delegate District 29A, Delegate Wood. In the past, we have seen the Maryland Legislature propose numerous regulations regarding workplace issues. Last year, the mandatory break regulation passed. It also discussed new overtime rules. What's wrong with allowing our businesses to follow federal standards to remain competitive?
Well, I have to agree with that bill. That bill didn't come before my committee, but a little bit that I know about it. I have to agree. We don't, as far as this government is concerned, I don't think we should follow whether it's the government or the state level. I think the independent businesses out here need to do their own and keep the way of operation. And I had some concerns about it then, and I still have some concerns about it. I don't think I supported it back in the legislation. So.
Mr. Morgan?
I see nothing wrong with the businesses following federal regulation. We shouldn't be, this is an economic downturn right now. We shouldn't be imposing any more restrictions, regulations on businesses. This is part of the problem why businesses are having a hard time and struggling in Maryland. We only rank 45th in business friendliness, and that is because of tax situation and regulations. That's how that's measured. And increasing regulations on businesses now and imposing something where they would have to hire more people to accomplish the same job, it's just not the right time, and unless there's I'm out of time.
Okay, Mr. Morgan,
Yes.
your question. Many critics suggest that not funding the Maryland transportation system is short-sighted. But the Transportation Trust Fund is constantly rated to balance the budget. Would you support prohibiting the use of the Transportation Trust Fund for anything other than transportation projects?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We spend too much money. In the last 5 years, we've increased the budget $5.7 billion with the help of many people on this panel. And we had to use accounting gimmicks to make up the budget gap. And one of that is rating the transportation fund. That's a big deal for this area because we're in a rural area. We already pay a disproportionate amount. We drive further, we don't have mass transit, we pay a disproportionate amount. And this is a big deal, especially for the north end of the county, and we do represent a small piece of Charles County. There was an article in the Independent where we have the worst commute in the entire nation by the last census count. That's a huge problem. And to show you how bad the fund is being rated, the budget that our constituents up here just passed had less money dedicated to transportation in 2011 budget than in 2006. That's not moving in the right direction. Thank you.
Delegate Wood?
Well, I don't, we've always had a problem with the Transportation Trust Fund. There's one of the few agencies out here that have, if you want to say fluid, money coming in on a regular basis, because our tax dollars, every time we go up to the gas tank, we pay taxes. I think it's like 23 cents on a gallon. That money goes in, the money goes out, because it's one of the only agencies that has a kitty that you can go in and raid, and it goes to programs. Now, for a number of years, it went into funding projects at BWI, the Port of Baltimore. It went into that. It goes into mass transit. You know, at mass transit, 45 cents of every dollar is all that the riders pay. We, as far as taxpayers are concerned, pay the balance of that 55 cents. And that's monies that that should be being put back into roads and not. Thank you.